Hello and welcome to the ICSE 10 Maths tutorial. Today's topic is quadratic equations. I'm going to tell you the important points. Which are the important points that we need to keep in our mind while solving a question from a quadratic equation using formula. We are talking about solving quadratic equation using formula. So what are the important points that we need to keep in our mind? Those points I am going to tell you. Okay, so before we start, मैं आपको एक शायर की दो लाइन सुनाता हूँ. सुने. जुस्तजू का मतलब तलाश, खूब का मतलब गुड और खूबतर का मतलब बेटर. खूबतर, गुड, बेटर एंड जुस्तजू मीन्स सच, तलाश. अब सुनिए. है जुस्तजू के खूब से है खूबतर कहाँ. है जुस्तजू के खूब से है खूबतर कहाँ, अब ठहरती है देखिए जाकर नजर कहाँ. Okay, now let's start. There are some important points. One by one I am going to tell you. The first point is students are advised to read the question carefully to avoid missing out the sub parts of the question. Now in this particular, this is one of the points when I gave you general points, so there also I have given you this point. But here in particular, what is the sub part of the question? Sub part of the question is, for example, here see, solve this quadratic equation 2x squared plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0 using formula and give your answer correct to 2 decimal places. Now you're not reading this second line, or you are not looking at this up to 2 decimal places. And that also up to 2 decimal places is very common. Suppose it is up to 2 significant figures and you are writing up to 2 decimal places. So you know everything. You are very good in mathematics. But then also, because the question says that write up to 2 decimal places and you are writing up to 3 decimal places. You are leaving here only up to 3 decimal places. Or maybe significant figures and you are not writing in terms of significant figures. So that is why this point is important. Students are advised to read the question carefully to avoid missing out the sub part of the question or sub parts of the question. Well, let's say in this particular topic, quadratic equation, this is the meaning of sub part. Point number 2. As usual, handwriting should be neat and legible. What you are writing, and one more thing, one very important thing, you listen, please. Please write down very, in a systematic way, neat and clean. X is equal to, just opposite to x, there should be is equal to. And then this minus b should be in the numerator. Do not write down like this. Some of the students, they write like this. Please do not write like this, like x is equal to please do not write like this, x is equal to minus b and then plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2. Alright. This minus, please do not write down like this. Write clearly, which shows that minus b is in the numerator and not like this. Because see, 1 plus 4 upon 4 is different and 1 plus 4 upon 4 is different. Alright, this is different. 1 plus 4 upon 4, this is 5 upon 4. And 1 plus 4 upon 4, this is 1 plus 1, which is 2. So they are not same. Alright, so that you please keep in your mind. Please do keep in your mind where the system is. See, everywhere I have written in the numerator. In the numerator. The next point is, third point is, all the necessary steps must be clearly shown. All steps should be shown clearly. even see, I have now written some of the steps. You write down here 2x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0, equation number 1. Then you please write down here a is equal to 2. When you compare this with the standard quadratic equation, x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, and c is equal to minus 3. All those things I didn't write down, but you please write down. Right, because I am here right now, I am not solving the question. I am just telling you the important point, what are the important point that you need to keep in your mind while solving the question from quadratic equation using formula. Alright, so everything you please write down, and then after that you please substitute. Alright. Okay, now next point is point number 4, and in point number 4, just see b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant, and not root b square minus 4ac, because when you find out the nature of the roots now, and if you are substituting in root b square minus 4ac, then things will go wrong. Alright, so b square minus 4ac is called discriminant. Fine, please remember. Now, point number 5. Point number 5 is correct substitution in the correct formula is very, very important. Like 2 square is very easy. Some of the students are brilliant, intelligent. So what they do, 2 square they don't write down here. Directly they write 4, and everything is very easy. So 2 square is 4, and 4 2s are 8, 3s are 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. So directly they are writing 28. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Maybe sometimes you may fall in trouble. Alright. So as an ICSE examiner, as an ICSE teacher, for so many years I have been teaching in ICSE school. So please listen to me. And even as an ICSE examiner also, for many years I have been ICSE examiner. So please do write down everything. Correct substitution in the correct formula. Show everything. If here it is, suppose in a particular question, suppose b is minus 1. So don't write down minus 1 square is 1 directly. Right? Minus 1 whole square. Show substitution. Right? All these steps. So correct substitution in the correct formula. Fine. Now next, point number 6. Find out the square root. Like in this case it is root 28. So find out the square root up to 3 decimal places. No question for this. All the time, every time you have to find out the square root up to 3 decimal places. No question. Find out up to 3 decimal places. Whether you are writing down the answer up to 2 decimal places, up to 3 decimal places, or up to 1 decimal place, or up to 1 significant figure, it is immaterial. Here you have to write down the square root up to 3 decimal places. Fine. Okay, so that you are doing. Then after that, point number 7. In point number 7, I would like to tell you, see, after finding out the square root, now you are doing all these calculations. It is up to you. You can increase the number of steps, but don't reduce. Write all the necessary steps. Alright, see here 5.292 minus 2, that gives you 3.292, which is divided by 4, and we are getting 0.823. Please do write down here up to 3, because see, you want answer up to 2 decimal places. So here it should be up to 3, one more than this. Alright, if this is up to 2 decimal places, then here please write down up to 3 decimal places. Even if it is 3, even if it is 1, please do write down up to 3 decimal places. Fine. Here also see minus 2 and minus 5, minus 1.292. When you divide, you are getting minus 1.823. You please see the division calculation. Alright, so minus 1.823. We are writing up to 3 decimal places because we want the answer up to 2 decimal places, up to 2. So one more. And then we round it off. So 3, because it is 3, so 2 will remain 2 only. There is also 3, so 2 will remain 2 only. We are rounding off, and we are getting 0.82 and minus 1.82. To get, very important, please carefully listen to me. Are you listening? Please listen. This point is very, very important. You know everything, you have done correctly, you solved everything, but then because of this small mistake, you may lose 1 mark. Your answer is 0.82, but we want this also. That means all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 values should be correct. then only you will get the last mark, the answer mark. Alright? Your actual answer is 0.82 and minus 1.82, but then these two figures also we want, these two values also we want. Alright, so this is how we solve a quadratic equation using formula. You know, this formula we call Sridhar Acharya's formula also, which we don't in ICSE board we don't call it Sridhar Acharya's formula, but in some other boards you will see that x is equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, we call it Sridhar Acharya's formula also. It's okay, fine. Okay then, so our answer is x is equal to 0.82 and x is equal to minus 1.82. This is the answer, and we are getting full marks, full 3 marks. Find one for correct substitution, one for finding out the square root up to 3 decimal places, and one for the answer. Is that fine? Now, rest of the things you please take care, like if it is up to 2 decimal places, fine. If it is up to 2 significant figures, you have to find it out, because this is not 2 significant figures. This answer is not up to 2 significant figures. This answer is up to 2 decimal places. If you have to write down up to 2 significant figures, accordingly you have to change it, right? Then it will be wrong. If it is up to 2 significant figures and if you are writing like this, then again it is wrong. So you are losing 1 mark. The last mark, answer mark. Okay, hope things are very, very clear. I am doing only the quadratic equation using formula. I am not talking about that nature of the roots, etc. Alright. Okay then, in the end, आखिर में आपको मैं एक जोक सुना देता हूँ. जोक ये है कि बहुत अच्छा, मजेदार, मुझे तो पसंद आया. उस्ताद टीचर स्टूडेंट से कहता है, शागिर्द से कहता है, सोच कर बताओ अगर मैं तुम्हारे पापा को 500 रुपए दूं और उन्हें सिर्फ 400 रुपयों की जरूरत है, तो मुझे कितना वापस करेंगे? सोच कर बताओ. तो शागिर्द स्टूडेंट क्या कहता है? 1 रुपया भी नहीं सर. सर क्या कहते हैं? तुम्हें मैथ्स नहीं आता, तुम मैथ्स नहीं जानते. सर क्या बोल रहे हैं? तुम मैथ्स नहीं जानते. लड़का क्या बोलता है? सर आप मेरे पापा को नहीं जानते. ओके, हंसते रहिए, खुश रहिए. थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक्स.